Hello, hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another round of First to Worst. I'll be your host tonight, Dragging on Your Shirt, and here in the commentator booth, we have a special guest, Ellie the Kid.
Howdy, howdy. Good to be here. Happy to watch.
Hell yeah. And tonight we are going to be running Glass Bones and Paper Skin. Glass Bones for short.
Hi.
I love
it. I don't know what to say, man.
That's all right. Well, when you're ready, go ahead and eat your hot dog, and we'll get you rolling.
All right. How many times can I reroll?
Oh, so you can re-roll about it's 3 times after the first weapon, so technically 4. And if you get a duplicate, it doesn't count, or any variations.
Okay, let's see. Have a. Is that a Unica? Unica 6?
Ooh.
It's a revolver. I'm going to reroll.
Okay.
Just reload scene, right?
Yeah, just go ahead and hit reload scene, and that's about it.
Okay. P350? I'll do it.
All right. Wait, the P350?
Yes.
Bro got himself the P350 by Bauer, baby. Love to see that thing. All right. Well, before we send you off, you have any last words for the chat?
Pray I don't get dated. I'd appreciate it.
Well, there you go. All right. Well, when you're ready, just go ahead and just go and do your thing.
Alrighty.
All right. Let me go ahead and mute and deafen you. Keep doing what you're doing. All right. So here in a hot minute, we'll open up the audio. We're just going to give it a second for him to kick off so I don't have to hear myself twice. Because, good Lord. All right, and it looks like he decided to take Green Corridor here, which, honestly, I've seen a lot of people call it sewers, but I don't know why, but Green Corridor sounds fine to me, but Ellie, would this be the route that you would take? Or would you go...
That actually is the route that I took in my run. I've been training on that path in particular because I always found it was the most straightforward way to get to this hold with the minimal amount of resistance, and that immediately blew up in my face when I had to waste about a minute and a half just getting to this point. Oof, with the Taz getting me out of that headspace right there. That's an unfortunate draw for that pump action shotgun. I'm surprised that it's even listed as a pump action shotgun.
A pump action? Ooh, here, hold up. I forgot. Let me pull up a screen share for you so you could actually see.
We got a different. You're on a different.
Yeah. I'm at least 10 seconds late to the Taz here. Here, that's my bad.
Yeah, I'm still watching the Glasses stream right now. So
yeah, I got you. And there's the Taz, man. All right, here's that for you.
There we go. Yeah, Taz is quite an unfortunate pick. I'm again surprised that it's still listed as a pump action, but I guess if they're trying to go for a single or manual action shotgun as a 1 point, they got to throw in a curveball there that throws you off your tracks. Watching for that laser, I have been victim to and have seen many runs end prematurely because that laser shows up out of nowhere.
Oh yeah, my run was ended early because of that laser. Either way, Glassbones is in his first hold. He's taken an interesting position in that corner there. I see a lot of... Go on.
Yeah, it's not too dissimilar from a position that I would normally take in that in this hold. It gives you a nice access to look down the hallway, and you can hear other sausages coming around from behind you if you keep an ear out. And considering the music isn't even playing for this one, that listen to their own stuff or probably trying to keep an ear out for anybody sneaking up on them.
And just like that, the statics were up and they were down. I'd say he took them out in like what, maybe a 2-3 second time frame.
That was quite a respectable clear for those targets. Ooh, chasing that laser.
Advance to next system node and take.
All right, and looks like he's taking the vents to head to loft. You know, I don't think I've ever seen anyone take a different route. I think I've seen one person take a different route, and it was interesting.
I think it's pretty common once these runs have kind of been sort of figured out by the community at large. It really only seems like there's a handful of like alternate routes that you run into. The path downstairs in the sewers at the very beginning seems to be the one that jumps out at me. But any other time, it's just usually whichever route is the fastest, and you take slight deviations just on whatever obstacles are in your path. Oh, doing a pretty good job clearing out the shop here. Nice and clean. It doesn't look like he's taken a hit so far, so good so far in the run in total. And the semi-auto shotgun. Okay. Bit of an unfortunate pull with this variation of the SPAS 12 if you're one that's used to using a stock. And looks like he did luck out on getting the choice for an optic slot if he did want to roll for that. Though it would be a point to cost right now, unless he wanted to wait and just roll a single point bolt action. So that's been a fairly popular means to get an optic. And he's choosing to just spend the points right now.
All right. Ooh, getting himself the SPAS tactical. Not a bad red dot either. Surprised he didn't get the stock for it.
Everything. Yeah, although the unfortunate thing, if you did get the stock variant of the SPAS 12, if you did want to use that red dot, it'd be impossible on the other variant. All right, and hold 2 is underway.
In the second hold.
Could tell for a second. I think he managed to get both of those with one shot. Looks like he misjudged where they were coming from.
Just a bit. The hardens are up. He's already got 1, got 2, got 3,
1 or 2 more.
And just like that.
Almost perfect pull on that. The quad buckshot is certainly giving you a lot of leeway on getting those easy one shots for the hardened encryptions. Oof. An unfortunate byproduct of not having that stock available. Trying to hold that thing steady out in front of your face is a bit of a tricky thing to do.
All right. Let's see. Trying to fix some things. Yep, that's an issue.
Swarm encryption detected.
Variant.
All
And a
right.
pretty respectable clear on the second target for the, I believe that's the, what were those calls? I keep forgetting the name of that encryption.
I believe they're the swarms.
Right, swarm encryptions, because last time, I remember they changed, I think they even changed the, no, they didn't change the name. I remember they were the agile encryptions in the prior version of Take and Hold. Those little tiny bee-like targets that were always a pain in the rear, every time. Sounds like he's got more SOSIGs coming up, and oh, looks like one of the SOSIGs somehow managed to break open the box before he even got there. Thankfully, it looks like it was the box holding the token, so he didn't miss out on any health if that was at all needed. But I think at the current moment, he still hasn't gotten hit once. At
Oh,
the
thank
sign
you.
of the cross with a phenomenal pull of a standard M4 with a red dot and 20-round magazines. That is an excellent pull for a
Ooh.
rifle at this stage.
Hell yeah, I'd love to see those kinds of rolls. Anyway, sorry about that. I was dealing with some stuff in a hot minute, but right now looks like we're all good. Let's see.
Now, I could be wrong, but he may have gotten either unlucky or lucky, depending on how you look at it. And I can't tell if that's an M16 variant or an M4.
That
with the 3-round
is,
burst.
I'm gonna be real with you. I'm gonna be real with you when it comes to AR-15s and such. It doesn't really matter, right? They all kind of beat the same drum. It's
True.
I think this particular thing, it's like the Mark 12 SOT mod something, and yeah, it's just basically another M4 type.
Well, the Mark 12 in particular is a pretty unique rifle. If you'll permit me to get a little bit into gun history here, the Mark 12 as a particular platform was designed in part to be a long-range recon rifle meant for special purpose types missions. Normally, these things would be outfitted with something like an 8 to 12 times scope, but obviously in these environments, that is not needed in the slightest. You can get away with just a red dot in these environments. So it looks like we're about to get into Inclinator here. Just got to get on up on the rail to get to the start. We'll see if he decides to clear out the entire hold or just go straight for the target. We're jumping straight into it. Hold 3 is underway.
Analyzing system.
Doing a pretty good job staying on top of those reloads. The AR platform in particular is pretty built for that. I'm going for the hardened encryptions, going back to the shotgun for it, hopefully make it easier. Doing good so far. Got 4 targets. That's 5, 6. And it looks like he's got a chase after that last target.
It just ate the rough. All right.
There you go. Looks like he's hit the full release
Rough.
on that, but he hit it too early.
Thing's
And there's
spiky.
his first hit of the run. Unfortunate, but pretty impressive that it didn't take until the 3rd run for him to take his first hit on this hold.
Encryption neutralized.
Okay.
And there he goes. Got it with the last shot in his shotgun right there.
Advancing to
That's
next
first
system
round of hold
I am
3 complete
fumbling.
as he's figuring out how to load
node.
his shotgun. Half the battle of H3 in doing these competition style runs is just managing your inventory. Some people try to streamline it by just only running about 2 or 3 weapons on their body, but obviously, as it's shown right here, the placement on where you put your ammo, if you're not used to that particular placement, can get pretty hairy pretty quick if you're not ready to adapt.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Swarm encryption.
All right, swarms are up. Switching to the spas. Ooh, got a double tap on that first one. Is he sniping the last 2 at the end?
Yep, looks like it, and
Ooh, not
if
bad.
they connect, they're doing a pretty decent job. That quad buck is doing a lot to help him out. The extra pellets can really help on getting some of these really more target-dense style special targets. And yeah, just like that, got him cleared on the wire, mind you. Pretty impressive.
Hell
Seeing
yeah.
a few people managed to pull that off.
Dude,
in
I
this,
love
this
seeing
competition.
people use a zip line to zip up and down and everything. It's so much fun.
And you can tell when people are really comfortable with it. They're able to consistently land shots on several of these targets. Sometimes even going so far, myself included, managing to clear out an entire one of the not refracted, I always blank on the name of them. The final target, the one that he's about to go up to, requires precision or you get another target on the cell to take out. Managed to take out every single branch of that target without missing once while riding the wire down. Fairly impressive, but with enough practice, you can absolutely manage it. And we'll see if he's able to pull it off on this.
Oop,
Going
he's
for
got
the shade.
the first one down right off the rip. And nope, looks like he's heading taking a
Yeah, I
ghost
should've
dog
said
for
that.
survivability. Love to see that.
Encryption.
And that's
nice
it for the
shade.
last one. Honestly, that's some pretty good
Okay.
pacing from Glass Bones here.
Net extracted.
I think so far it's only been one hit in this entire run, so just on damage bonus alone, it seems like that's going to go a long way to get him a decent score. And we'll see if he can keep that up for a hold 4, is where it can really get
Hell yeah.
hairy if you're not on top of your Sosic management. There's a little mine coming in behind him. See if he notices that in time.
I think he's just skipping it. Honestly, sometimes I just like to skip the canker sores too.
They're quite evil sometimes. In my run, actually, you can go back and watch, but I had one literally sneak up on me without making a noise while I was in the middle of when I was about to go on the third hold at the shop. It snuck up on me and just took out a chunk of my health.
Oh yeah,
Unfortunately, it meant I had to go.
they'd be sneaky like that. For
Mhm.
real.
Yeah, unfortunately, that does take a lot of time to go chasing after some health, but at the moment right now, it doesn't seem like it's really needed. Anything that he needs to get back, he'll probably get it in the next shop. Going for a nice clean cut on these pies
So,
right here.
If I were
Very
to
solid
make a
clear.
guess, I'm going to assume he's probably going to go for either probably a mag upgrade and some probably some power-ups. At least that's what I would do if I was heading in the fourth hold.
Yeah, it seems like the current trend for a lot of the runs that are happening, it's less about upgrading your ammo or upgrading your weapon types, but it's more just about making sure you have that ammo capacity to just keep letting rounds down range, and usually getting upgrades to just make dealing with those more specialty targets much easier fare.
Hell
Been seeing
yeah.
a lot of people using ghost sausages and shield sausages to deal with things like the regenerative encryption and the orthogonal encryption in particular.
Mm-hmm.
It looks
Oh,
like Zion
he's
up
thinking
about it.
later. It's a bit difficult. The situation that he's currently in right now is unfortunate, where it is actually, I think, cheaper for
Hell
him
yeah.
to roll for a different 8-point rifle instead of spending the money to get a bigger magazine.
Yeah, and it looks like he decided to go for the ghost dog there. Honestly, not a bad idea. You can. So here's the thing, right? With even assault rifles, even if you have a 20-round magazine, you can still make it work. It's not ideal, but if you have a good shotgun, you can definitely use that on the encryptions as opposed to an AR, which I see a lot of people do. They just opt to use the assault rifle or battle rifle they have to deal with the regenerative or some of the other encryptions.
Mhm.
Which, I mean,
Absolutely.
which is totally their play, but
hmm Yeah, the trend for encryption I've seen most higher level. I don't even know if I want to say higher level. Most runners that I've seen in dealing with the regenerative, they'll opt to using either infinite ammo and an automatic weapon, or they'll open it up with the quad-aught shotgun, and then try to clean up the rest of whatever they didn't get with whatever primary they've been using to take care of Sosigs.
yeah,
Right now, it
not a
seems
bad
we're
idea.
currently-
But all right, his stealths are up. He's got two right in front of him. Got the one, got the two.
Oh,
Let's see, where's the third at?
whoops.
Oh, wait, right there in between. Yep.
Yep.
There's a third, and
And
That
the
was
fourth
great.
right there.
not bad.
Pretty solid. I couldn't catch it if he ended up getting hit during the target
Paranoid
side,
grenades.
but that was a pretty solid clear for the first round for
Yeah.
hold 4.
It definitely looks like he took a few hits, so that'll hurt the score a little bit. But he's doing pretty all right as far as not getting shot, which is always fun to see. Seeing our one-hit runners.
And doing a good job managing these Sosigs coming in left and right. This is a decent position to put themselves in if they're trying to go for every single Sosig that comes through the door. You got clear coverage on every single entrance, and as long as you don't keep your head
All
up
right,
too
the
often,
polymorph
those
is up.
comes in the door.
He's taking some snipes at some of the other ones. Oh no!
Oh,
He just dropped the
unfortunate!
ghost dog in the void. Oh, poor guy.
Quick on the recovery, though. Quick to finding cover and just
Yep.
keeping an eye on that target.
He's getting cover. He's staying chill. That's a big oof.
staying on their feet though, working quick. Oh, get the reload.
It's all right. We've all dropped some things into the void.
Oh boy, and he's getting cornered real quick. Now it's
Yeah,
starting to get
the
a little
Sosids
dire.
are putting on the pressure. He's
Took
fine.
up,
He's
back.
floating with it. Ooh, took a health dog. He's only got, and there goes the
And there it is.
polymorph.
I'm fumbling right now.
Advancing to next system.
Very
It's all
quick
good,
recovery
man.
on
You're
this.
you're chilling. You're chilling.
Put the next target.
Mhm.
He's chilling. He's grilling. He's killing.
Next to me, please.
We'll see how the rest of the run fares with this bump in the rhythm that's going on. But with luck, you won't even need to worry about not having a health
That's
Sosig
fine,
by the
actually.
final round,
That's good.
depending on how well that the rotations on the Sosigs go.
Oh, that's not. I knew it.
Ooh, running from a potential grenade. Yep, and there goes the grenade.
Grenades.
Possibly could have fallen in the void, but if you're really short on
Yeah.
health, there's no need to take that risk.
I've noticed the grenades they just got really deadly all of a sudden. Like,
Oh, and regenerative is up.
regenerative is up. Let's see. Looks like he's
And
opting to
using
use.
the
Oh,
semi-auto. Oh,
nope.
and
He
swap
went to the
the shotgun.
sauce, taking it out. Ooh,
Good
he's
chunking
got,
of that
Ooh,
target, and
not
it is
too
clear!
bad.
Yes, at least.
Excellent recovery on this hold with that
Could've been
very
a lot
fast
worse,
clear
but
with the regenerative and the
He
shotgun.
really do picking it back up. His hot dog fell from grace, but honestly, I think that ghost dog was just dead weight. Now he's unlocked.
Like Rock Lee taking off the leg weights.
Yeah, there you go. But either way, he's done with the fourth hold and he's moving on to the fifth.
Taking care of the Greebles in front of him. Working his way to Presidio.
All right, so there's one. He's taking out the Cankersaurs on the way. He must be really mad at him for some reason. And frankly,
I'm
I
completely
feel
honest, I
that.
forgot the
I hate the
Semi-Auto.
Cankersaurs too.
I'm so used to getting the semi-autos.
Looks like we got a bit of his game philosophy just now. We used to using semi-autos, which I would think, as a semi-auto enjoyer myself, that they'd opt to using the battle rifles for the extra punch in that set.
I
That
can't-
308 cartridge.
Can't wait to find out that he's just a GI Grayson main. Just been sticking with what he knows.
Override token found.
Definitely a large number of advantages on being very disciplined with your shot
You know,
placement, though. Going
might-
for those headshots and maximizing your ammo use for every magazine goes a long way.
So,
Oh yeah, I might have to ask him like
non-negotiable.
might have
So,
to
Rob,
ask him about the what his character main is.
Definitely a question to have by the end of all of this. We'll definitely note that.
Going into the final hold with a 20-round mag is not something I want to do, but... Oh, well, I don't even have money.
Wait.
He does have enough to go up
No,
to a
that's bad. Why do I have so
25
much money?
rounder, though.
Okay.
Yeah, that's the downside with ARs. If you get like anything below 30, I mean, even 30 rounds for Stagnags, that's like a hell of a climb to get to
Right.
some of the higher capacities.
Yeah.
Especially if
that's,
you're wanting 60 rounds.
Mhm.
Looks like the
Interesting choice going for a slug round. I'm trying to think what exactly.
I'm
that's gonna be.
assuming the thought process is he's going to use the slugs on the
This is...
refractive, and I'm guessing he doesn't know that number 4
Oh,
buckshot
I
is the
need
best
slugs.
way
I
to
need slugs.
deal with them. But that's assuming you have bullet boost.
We'll see which one,
see.
what he goes
Oh.
for.
Nope,
Oh,
he's going
and
for an
going for the
anti-material.
AMR.
It would be the single... This is not going well.
He's probably been wanting a Hecate out of that, but nah, he got the he
Probably
got
missed
he
for
got
the
the
last
tube.
target.
If
but
there was a middling road though for the AMRs to grab for
Should've spotted
the
bigger
final
mag,
target,
Have
you
slugs.
really can't go too wrong with 50 cal. Even though it's FMJ, it's still likely to destroy that target in less than 5 shots.
That is for sure. And if you ain't got a bullet boost or number
I don't
4s,
think
it's a
I've
good
ever been this
fallback.
broke
Mhm.
going into the last hold.
Of course, then again, I've also heard number 4 can take out refractives in like I think it's like 5 or 4 shots, depending on how the spread hits it. But
I-
that's a whole complicated mesh of coding. I don't. That will give me a headache.
If we go even further into some complicated shotgun tech, some wild strats I've seen is people investing on 2 shotguns for their run, loading it with quad-op buck, and then dual wielding it to double shot the final target, and that allegedly can kill it in much quicker time. But going into the final hold here, unfortunately, it took a few shots on their way to the start. So we'll see how well they can manage to survive throughout the entire hold. It can get real tricky. You get thrown on
this?
all
Are they-
sides very quickly.
I'm curious to see what angle they take. It looks like they're going for... Yep, they're going for this corner over here on Turbine. I've been seeing a lot of people take this. It's either they take the top or the very top of the Turbine, or they go for that corner.
Mm-hmm. Elevation is your friend in this. And here we go, cascading.
Cascading's
all
up.
the way near the end.
Mhm.
Trying
Got
to
it
break that
down.
open with the automatic. There we go.
Got it down to the cheesy bits, and now he's just tacking away from afar there. He's going to have to make a move because he ain't going to be able to hit all the things at once.
Fairly solid strat to try to keyhole these targets in a very safe position, though. Oh, and he might actually. Is there a chance he could get all of them from here?
Let's see. Maybe.
And it
Oh,
looks
he
like- yeah,
did.
looks
Hey,
like
that
it.
ain't too bad. Hey, yo, clip that.
great.
That was a good one right there. Literally
Good
just
use of
sniping the
cover, yeah.
cascading from there.
No need for that.
He don't want no green berries. He's fool.
So it looks like this little
blind
pillar
fire.
right here is going to be home for the run. Decent spot. There's not
So-
really any doors that he's too exposed to that he's not going to hear at a distance.
So, if the green berries had a flavor, what do you think the flavor would be?
Ooh, I'm trying to think what do I ascribe to green
All right.
fruit flavor?
All right, his orthogonal is up, and he's using
I
the
suck
spots
at
to take out all the sides. I think he took out a good
Don't mind
chunk
me.
of them.
Mm-hmm.
What?
Oh no, he had to rack it.
Oh, yep. Orthogonal is being pretty generous right now, not giving him too many blank sides, but we'll see how much that changes. It's been a
Turn.
main...
Oh no, it's
pick
going
up
under
his
the
target.
floor.
Yep. Oh,
Going
No,
under
it's
the
a-
Oh, is he
floor.
able to-
He forgot to
oh, and
rack
it wasn't
He's
in
got
battery?
a...
In battery?
There
and
we
we
go.
cleared it!
We're good.
Not bad.
False alarm.
Excellent, excellent
Hit
clear
space.
on that orthogonal target. That's been the most frustrating for most of these runners. In particular, them hiding underneath the platform that they're currently on, and also just not giving them a side that has any valid targets. Just a real
Circuit tester.
challenge of a
Not
target
bad.
to try to take out.
Honestly, this guy's been on good pace with a lot of the encryptions. I think the only one that slowed him down was the regen. So if I were to make a bet, I'm feeling like a 117,
I saw you.
maybe a 120.
I'm not too familiar with how the category the scoring system has been really affected by all of that. But yeah, it really has been only the I keep blanking on it. The second target on hold 4 it was the one that looks like took the most grief to take care of, and
Just pop up.
you know, really with the rest of the targets being quite easy for him to take out. Up and here we go, the final
All right.
target.
He's got a
Pop
shield.
back goes.
That's one shot on the refractive. Ooh.
Ooh, going for the slug. Got the second shot off. Looks like he's just gonna use the slugs for the rest of these. See if it's
Yep.
got enough power to kill
There's
it quickly.
3.
That's 3,
Over the counter, too.
There's 4.
4. Finding that 5th target.
5. Maybe this last one here. And 6.
And there we go.
Hey, not
That
too
could've been way better.
bad.
Good
Not
lord.
too bad.
With a 1,205,000 points even. Very, very respectable score.
Oh,
That
yeah.
puts him near the top of the board, I think.
Hey, would you look at that? There's the 120. Not too
maybe it'll
bad.
be enough.
Honestly, that was a really good run. It was a very like straightforward. He wasn't really messing around. He just kind of went in, got the job done, and now we're here with a 120 score.
Yeah, that is an excellent showing from Glass Bones here.
Oh yeah, let me just go ahead and punch his score in real fast.
I mean, the whole time bonus is not bad. It's not bad.
Well, all right. Let's see. So I think we got his score in here.
See, my issue is though now I don't know what I'm supposed to do. Am I supposed to like stand here?
Oh, just you
Some
can
fucking- I mean,
chill,
I almost
man.
died.
You can
Ew.
chill. All right, let's go ahead
I
and
think I
bring
got
him
kinda
in,
close.
and
I
we'll
thought.
do all that fun stuff.
Thought I had like 2,000 or something. The ring was getting kind of small.
All right. Hey, hey, what's up, Glass Bones?
Losing my mind. And for my life. Dude,
I-
did you see me drop the stealth thing?
Yeah, I saw that,
I
man.
dropped
That
no.
was a big oof. But you know what? Coming out with a 120, despite all that, is pretty solid. Let's see.
Mhm.
Wait.
I'm also pissed at myself for buying this instead of a bigger mag.
Oh,
getting
getting the AR.
Yeah, I bought the whatever the 50 is, the
Oh,
bolt
the
action
50
50
cal,
automatic.
Gotcha.
Yeah, the AMR.
Yeah.
Absolutely, yeah.
Yeah, that was. I mean, you still made it work though. That's for
So-
sure.
Usually when I get to the last hold, I have an okay AR, hopefully. If I don't, I usually just I call it quits. All right, I give up. But I usually have a good AR, and then I'm like, I can get a 50, hopefully a 50 with a magazine, and I can use that and 3-shot the final thing. But had this instead,
Mhm.
and then just went with my shotgun because I forgot I had it. I don't know. I
It's
planned
all-
for not having it. So
It's all good. I mean, I see a lot of people who just opt to use their assault rifle on almost all of the encryptions except for the refractive.
Mhm.
As far as the refractive goes, honestly, that's one thing I wanted to ask. We saw you get slug rounds. What was the intention with those?
So if I can't afford, like if I'm down bad going into the last hold, or the last buy station or whatever,
Mhm.
uh, it, if I have money, I'll buy a sniper, and if I don't, if I'm down bad, I'll just get slugs for my shotgun. So I found it kills in like 5 or 6, typically, if I don't miss.
Mhm.
But if I can get a sniper and 3-tap it, I will do that every single time. But I don't know where I messed up. I usually have way more points going to that, but whatever.
I
Do
mean,
you know
for-
if 120 is good enough to make it or no?
I believe
I-
I believe 120 is actually really solid against the refractive.
Do you-
If I remember right, the what I've been hearing is it can one shot the refractive with if you have bullet boost.
Mm,
So
so
Yeah,
about the 120 though, you were asking more about like where you're landing on the board.
oh
Yes.
the 120. Oh sorry. I thought you were talking about the 20 mil. Oh, I
Well,
got
I
so
think you
caught.
would be
I am
happy-
so confused. Like what?
I think you would be very happy to know that you are in the upper 25 players that are
Mhm.
currently in the free for all tourney. You are well safe and
Nice.
secure on the board, and definitely getting
Ugh.
into the next round. Congratulations.
thanks. Thank God. I didn't think I made it for a second. That was one of the worst runs I've had in a while. That was my worst run today, and I ran like 15 times just getting
I'm
ready.
very excited to see
Yeah,
what
you're
one
right.
of your best
You're right
rounds
here
are.
in 21st place. That's a good spot to be in.
Nice.
Really good.
Okay, well now I can relax. Going into that last hold, the is it the refracted, the last target or whatever?
Mhm.
Going into that, when I walked back into my little corner, I felt my heart rate going up. I'm like, okay, as long as I don't die, I should be okay. But I feel like I'm gonna
All right.
pass out.
Well, I guess with that all being said, we are ready to take questions from chat. Let's see. Oh, here's one. We have one. We were asking this in the commentator booth while you were doing your run, but we asked what do you think green berries taste like? The little grenades that the Sosigs like to throw.
They taste like death, for sure. They taste like death. I've
All right.
died of those so many times. They tried to catch me like twice. They almost got me.
came to me just before you had to deal with one of the targets, but it came to me in thinking, what fruit is green? And then kiwi just jumped right out of me. So I can only imagine that those green berries must taste like kiwis.
All right. Actually, I do have one question for you. Do you think you would have gotten like maybe a little bit of a higher score had you not dropped that ghost dog?
100%, because I got lit up going over to shoot that thing, and I was planning on using it. I was gonna pop it right there, so I wouldn't have to get shot. I could just freely take care of that, and I panicked as soon as it dropped.
All right.
I will not
Watching
lie.
it fall into the void like Gollum with the ring.
I got scared for you when I saw that, like, that you dropped it.
I was
I
terrified.
was ready for you to. I was ready for you to make a quick recovery, but then they just kept coming from all angles, and I was
Yeah.
for a second, I was sure that we were going to see an untimely end. But thankfully, you were able to pull through and push past that, and just you had one of the better scores on the board.
I was kicking myself for buying that and dropping it instead of a mag, especially when I was standing there and having to shoot like 20 of them. But
Yeah, that
I
was.
mean, it worked out.
Yeah, it was a really tense. It was a really tense moment, and we were all on the edge of our seats, ready to see how it played out. But you pulled through, which had to be the best part.
It's
We
close,
do
though.
have.
I need to go back and watch how little health I had because I thought I saw the ring getting really low.
All right. Well, we do have Baldric. He's asking, how come you didn't take a bullet boost before going into the fifth hold?
I don't know, to be honest with you. I have no idea. All that after dropping the ghost sausage or whatever, after dropping that, all of it's a blur.
Mhm.
I guess I just didn't think about it.
So I have a question. Actually, I caught you talking about being very comfortable with semi-automatic as your firing mode, and I'm just curious, just because for my own runs, just comparing for myself, if I'm mostly staying on semi-automatic, why do you opt to go for a assault rifle instead of a battle rifle?
If I get a 30 round mag, I go full auto. But without a 30, I have to go semi, or I lose track of how little ammo I have.
That makes sense. That makes a lot of sense.
I've died quite a few times with the small mags and just shooting at one and emptying the mag and just having nothing for the next one.
Yeah, those bullets go. Those bullets go fast if you only have like 20 or 30 of them.
Especially for panicking.
Absolutely.
Which I do. In most runs I do, and most don't go that bad.
All right. Well, let's see. I guess with that all said and done, we'll go ahead and we will ask the last question. And Alpha Synergy is the one to ask it. Why hot dogs?
Because I hate them.
Man, bro just hates
not
hot
everyone.
dogs. Wow. I don't
Not
know if that's a
everyone's
good
That's why I like
thing
this game.
or a bad thing.
It's good if you're playing this game.
Well, I guess there you go. Well, the let's see. The score's in, the questions are answered. Anything you like to say to chat before we close out?
Being mindful with your hot dogs. Do not drop them.
All right. Well, before we close out, Ellie the Kid, thanks for being a guest commentator. It was fun to have you in here.
Thank you so much for having me on. Very much happy to be here and participate in this wonderful community of incredibly talented athletes.
I don't know if I call them athletes, but it works.
I would not call myself talented either.
All right. Well, anyway, with that being said, we're all ready to close out. So to everyone still watching, keep practicing, stay hydrated, and we will see you in the next First to Worst. Good night.